Yeah, first just want to say thank you to Ferris Farms. Just provided our football team with 500 slices of watermelon. We're finishing Toughness Week, what we call Toughness Week, 6 straight days of practice. Couldn't be any more proud of how our team responded to the challenge that our coaches put in front of them. And it's been some hot days, been some cool days, but these guys have responded, been long hours. But these guys are practicing the way we asked them to practice. Obviously, I also want to announce that we've selected 3 captains for the team, voted on by their teammates, Case Cook, Connor Bazelak, and Martez Manuel, and those guys will be a great representation of our team and our university to the community and to the SEC. Still got a long way to go, but I do believe we laid the foundation in our first, I think this is practice 10. I think we've done the right stuff to get to the spot where we're at, and then obviously we'll have our off day tomorrow, and then we're going to come back with a bunch of situational football and make sure we start cleaning up the situations and make sure we're prepared for our week 1 opponent and whatever lies ahead of us this season. So with that, I'll open up with questions. All right, no questions.
You said last week that it's too early to start figuring out the starting 5 on the offensive line. What have you seen from the guys competing for those 2 tackle spots?
Yeah, I think those guys have done a nice job of handling the scheme and the volume of scheme that we've put in, and then continue to progress every single day, working on their techniques and schemes. I think Hiram White's done a really nice job. Obviously he's had experience and then had to miss last year, but took advantage of the spring and summer and the way he's worked out. And him and Connor Wood are in a good battle right there. Connor has a lot of position flexibility, which is good for our offensive line. He could play a lot of different positions for us. On the left side, Javon Foster has really come back as a different person. He got to play, I think he started in the South Carolina game last year and has really owned those performances and worked really hard in the weight room to improve and has done a nice job. Zeke Powell has been battling his butt off. He got dinged up a little bit, I think, on Saturday. So he wasn't out there today, but he'll be back on Wednesday. And then I'll tell you what, Connor Tolson has done a nice job playing left tackle and played a little center today. So don't count him out just yet either. And, it's still, we're practice 10. We got 15 more to go. Would like to, kind of separate ourselves these next 5 practices. So whoever's going to be the guys, they really got 5 more practices to make their move.
Coach, Blaze Aldridge is wearing number 25 this year. Traditionally, that number, it means a lot to this program. It's gone to a 4-year player, usually a freshman. Obviously, with Blaze being a senior, what went into that decision, and how do you think that you'll continue to honor Aaron O'Neal?
Yeah, we did absolutely honor and cherish the legacy of Aaron O'Neal and what happened to him, but how the University of Missouri and his parents turned that into a legacy. Obviously, with the implementation of the sickle cell testing that's mandated by the NCAA moving forward, obviously they have a scholarship. His parents have a scholarship in the high school. Jelani Williams on our team was a recipient of that scholarship award, I believe from Parkway South. And so obviously it means a lot to us as a university, as a football program. And we actually did, before we gave Blaze his number, it traditionally goes to a linebacker, right? Originally it was to a linebacker from St. Louis. Obviously that doesn't happen all the time. And so then it just went to who's a guy who can carry on the legacy and tradition of Aaron O'Neal, and who would he be proud of wearing that number. And Blaze has come in and done a really nice job within the defense, within the team, representing the right way, having the right character and makeup, plays his butt off every single play. And it's somebody that we'll all be proud of to represent number 25. And so what we did was we actually presented the Aaron O'Neal story to the team and showed the team who he was and why it's significant and what it stands for, and introduced Blaze Aldridge as the new number 25. And he's going to do a great job of representing that legacy, and we'll all be proud of him for it.
Coach, this is sort of your first full offseason under your leadership. What sort of strides have you been able to make with this program without having a lot of the limitations from last year's offseason?
I was distracted on whether or not it was Parkway South or North. Can you ask that question again? Was it South or North, Mike? North. Parkway North. Sorry, guys. I knew I was wrong.
Just in your first full offseason,
Yep.
Without a lot of limitations from last offseason, what sort of extra strides have you been able to make this time around?
Well, I think having the full offseason and the summer conditioning without restrictions was big. Last year everything was technically voluntary. throughout the summer until I think July 15th. We didn't, once they left for spring break, they weren't back until I think it was June 6th on a voluntary basis. And so you're missing a lot of training. And that training is an everyday consistency of approach. They know what the standards are that we're setting and what they have to be and what they have to meet every day. And without that, you just don't have it. You don't know what to expect. I think they know what to expect now. I think they know what their process has to be in order to be successful here and what we're demanding of them on a daily basis.
I didn't see Mookie or Jay Macklin maybe out there when we were out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamori Macklin suffered a fracture of the orbital bone. It will be out 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a little bit sooner. Mookie's got a lower leg injury. Don't know a timetable on that. Could be anywhere from 10 days to 14 days. Just depends on how he responds to treatment, how his body responds. Obviously, with a speed guy like that, it could be a little bit. It's really going to come on him with pain tolerance. Both those guys have a really good grasp of the offense, and so we anticipate, being positive. We're hoping that the game week they'll be ready to roll. Don't know that, but that's kind of our mindset.
Coach, what are you seeing about Sean Robinson in his transition to the TV?
I'm seeing a young man who's got incredible work ethic, who plays as hard as he possibly can from snap to whistle, stays late. I don't think there's a day that practice goes by that he's not the last person off the field. A guy that's bought into coaching, bought into our team, received several votes for captain just because of the way he has handled himself. And I look for Sean Robinson to be a catalyst for our defense and for our team this year just because of the energy and the effort that he brings. And look for him to making a positive contribution to our football team.
And what about his on-the-field product? What are you seeing out of that as well?
Well, I'll say this. For a former quarterback, that sucker is not afraid to hit or throw his body in there now. Like, he is aggressive, and I love it. And he is trying to tackle and run and cover. And, obviously last year we saw the play against Mississippi State, made an incredible play. And so I think you're going to get to see a little bit more of that. But he ain't scared. He ain't scared at all.
How's your relationship with him evolved since he was like sort of your starting quarterback and now he's on the defense?
You know what? It's really good. We have a mutual trust and respect, and have been through some stuff together, right? That's when really a relationship takes root, when you go through some adversity and face a few things. And I think if you asked him, he'd say we have a great, trust and respect for each other. And, I try to pick on him when he's over there on offense, and then he knows our plays and knows our signals, so he's sitting on stuff, and, it's fun. It's good. Good matchup.
You know, those receivers out for a little bit, you got Barrett there in the slot. Anyone else there that now you're kind of looking at to do more?
Yeah, we moved Micah Wilson over to the slot and let him have some bites at that apple. And some of our formation stuff, J.J. Hester's gotten some slot work too. So we'll be fine.
Eli, we've got Will Morris coming up here after you, one of a couple Rockbridge guys. Are there any similarities you see between the guys who all came up through that system?
I got 2 Rockbridge guys, right, with Martez and Will, and I think both of the things that stand out to me are blue collar. They just have a great work ethic, blue collar, high character kids, show up on time, do extra, and it's a tribute to the way they were coached.
Eli, you were pretty excited when you got the news that Miami was coming back.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Tangible reasons. In what ways does he help that offensive line you're trying to put together? Obviously, without being a player, he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, I think just steady. Mike's just steady in everything he does as a person, in meetings, on the football field. He's just steady, emotionally consistent. You know what you're going to get day in and day out. He addressed our team yesterday. Our seniors have been talking to the team through Toughness Week and just talked about the importance of building trust and respect and knowing your teammates and why you're playing for each other. And, his journey is so unique, but so proud. I think, the transfer portal obviously can always be a little bit hit or miss, but man, just being able to get men of character like Michael Mayetti and Kiki Chisholm and Woody and Caleb and all these Blaze Aldridge, like these are the right kind of young men, and people that we could be very proud of to be associated with our program and add value. So that's what Mike does.
Last question?
Coach, other than the Bulldogs hair, what stands out about
Mustache. Yeah, just this mustache.
Anything else that stands out about it?
Here's the deal. When you have a hairstyle or a mustache, I mean, that's what people are going to notice about you. You got to have something else that's exceptional, you know, and I don't know. He's a pretty good baseballer and golfer from what I can see, but no, those are the two things that stand out. When I think of Will Norris, that's the first image that comes to me. That's on him at that point. He's got to own it. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.